Okay, for those of you who aren't subscribed to both of us, which, despite what JForce would like to pretend, has to be at least, very least 700 of you, for those of you who don't know, they've made a video personally insulting me and challenging our team to a sort of childish competition.
Hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
So before we get started, I just kind of wanted to point out that this is going to be both my first and last video that I will ever direct at Team JFail. Because while I could be doing things like actual game development, you know, working on our game or working on our adventure series, I'm stuck sitting here talking to the camera about YouTube drama. But, you know, I guess this is valuable first-hand experience about what it's like to be on a team like JFail, right, guys?
They were talking smack about us?
Yep.
This is totally absurd.
Talking smack on their forums.
Why are they talking smack about us?
They doubting us, man. They hating.
Have they seen the
Send
gameplay?
that haterade.
Have they not seen the sprite
They ain't
work?
seen nothing. They ain't seen nothing yet.
Seriously.
So according to JForce, this entire thing started with a post that I made on my own forums. I pretty much just said that I believe it's too early for them to be marketing. I believe that their marketing guy, Jeremy, is making several key mistakes due to the fact that he's obviously ignorant of the game development process, and I said that they're going about the entire thing wrong. I think they're, you know, a little too caught up in the money, and that's pretty much all I said. I gave my own objective opinion. And if you go on to read, I made this quote: I like these guys. I think they have passion, motivation, drive, and all that good stuff. Despite their arrogance, which they haven't yet earned, I'd like to be proven wrong. So, I would really like to be shown exactly how that was hating on you guys, or how I did anything other than lay things out as I saw them, because it looks to me like you guys just pulled this straight out of your asses. And then judging by your modern YouTube videos, your more recent ones, I'm seeing a trend of things being pulled out of your asses.
That's what's up. Our game gets better reviews. Acid. Yeah.
These people are finished. Anytime you go up against us, the outcome is already decided.
Word
You know
up.
what I'm saying? It's
Word.
already decided. It's be like, this is so ridiculous.
So personally, I think it was pretty classy for you all to attack me as a group. It actually kind of reminds me of, I don't know, a locker room full of cheerleaders. The only problem with that is that you guys claim to be game developers, but it's more than obvious to everybody who actually knows anything about game development, and even people that don't, that you guys, at least most of you, everybody but your artist and programmer, you have no idea what's involved with making a game. And that would be okay, except for the rest of you don't have firm enough boobs or a tight enough ass to make good cheerleaders. So instead, you basically resort to throwing insults at people who objectively point out your ignorance. Explain that.
All I know is they doubting us as a mistake.
Serious. Like, what was it, Falco? You call himself Falco or something like that?
Yeah.
Like
Falco.
a Falco. I can name myself after video. Okay, guys. Okay. My name isn't Justin or Greg or John. I want you to call me Falco.
So I would like to first point out that my real name actually is Falco Gurgis. And I think it's a safe assumption to make that based on all of the MySpace/Facebook research that you obviously must have done on me, you guys probably knew that was true also, but you just wanted to make fun of me for it. The problem is that made you look especially stupid, considering that Star Fox for Super Nintendo didn't even come out until 2 years after I was born. And also, I would like to know, it's clear that you wanted to make me look gay. But of all of the questionable pictures on my MySpace and Facebook, you chose the two that made me look the least gay. Why didn't you choose this one, where I'm bathing in a waterfall out in the middle of the woods with a bunch of dudes wearing nothing but my underwear and a tie? Why didn't you choose this one, where I'm passed out in a bed wearing makeup and a tie next to another dude? And why didn't you choose this one, where I'm getting ready to go skinny dipping in a quarry? It seems like you chose the two least creative ones. And not only that, but I'd like to bring up that my own caption on this particular picture said that I'm getting done in the ass. So basically all you did was use something that I already said about myself against me. I fail to see how that's creative, and actually I'm kind of disappointed. You guys are supposed to be grade A douchebags. Like, you guys are supposed to be really good at making fun of people. I really expected more from this video, and I honestly hope that you aren't going to be this uncreative on your game. So I'll admit that your video did bring up a few valid points.
This just seems so needless that we're challenging such a person of such low status. I mean, I've never heard of this guy.
Okay, maybe it didn't. You know, I wasn't even going to bother responding to your video, because shortly after you put it up, it had a 1.5 star rating. It had several hundred views, but you were also getting bitched out by nearly every game developer on YouTube. It was then that I figured, you know, you guys might apologize to people, maybe just say you were only messing around, something along those lines, but you didn't. You actually lived up to the name JFail and continued to be arrogant douchebags to not only my subscribers, but yours as well, for calling you on what you did. And as if that wasn't bad enough, you made a fake account, Mr. Gouda, and you posted on my page, and I hadn't even posted a single thing back to you guys. I hadn't even responded, and you said, "Hey, Elysian Mage, I got something worth your time right here. Points to crotch, JForce games for the win. Good luck, my friends, good luck." Now, you know, I accept. I'm not surprised at all that you guys want to tap Elysian Mage. I mean, who doesn't these days? But the fact you're resorting to sexual harassment with fake accounts, that's pretty low. And then when somebody called you guys on it, you went off and you subscribed to me, Elysian Mage, the people who are dissing you, and the Dreamcast Junkyard. Like, that's not obvious. I mean, come on, guys. So it was then I decided you really had this coming. You've been nothing but arrogant douchebags about the entire situation, and I'm sorry, but you'd really deserve it.
This challenge, you know? Because the game we're going to make is going to, like, transcend and renovate the very foundations of all indie games. Word up.
You know, I was thinking to myself the other day, perhaps I should make a how not to make a game series. Because I have a how to make a game, how to get started, but I thought I could maybe give it the other approach, you know, go at it from the other angle. But then I realized, ah, shit, that already exists. And it's on episode 10. It's actually called The Making of the Greatest Indie Game Ever. And don't get me wrong, we're not hating on your game. Nobody is hating on your game. If you guys finish it and it comes out, even if you sell it, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to play it. That's not what we're hating on. We're hating on your philosophy, your approach to it, the ideology, your entire view of the game development process. That's what we're hating on. And let me put this in terms that you gangsters understand over there. Because I suppose there were a bunch of people at the beginning that really were. They were sipping on the haterade with their pinkies out, as you would say. But after everything you guys have done, how arrogant you've been, you've taken what a few people sipping on the haterade, and you've turned it into making everybody do haterade keg stands, essentially. It's become, yeah, it is the cool thing to do, to hate you guys, because you're just so arrogant and ignorant of the entire situation. In episode 1, like, you guys come in, you're like, we're going to make the greatest game ever, $100,000 profits. Your website says there's going to be a Mac port. You realize C# and XNA, that's not going to happen on a Mac. And if it does, you're going to have to rewrite it in a lower level language, which is going to be harder than it was to write it in the first place. And I saw that you said you're going to outsource the port, which I guess you're going to get the money from that, from your $100 grand that you're going to make from your game. It just, you're promising things that are just building on each other, and you have 5% max of that game done. You have nothing. You're showing off pretty much nothing in every episode. When you have entire episodes of nothing but concept art, it's so apparent that you're not really getting anywhere. For example, your last episode, episode 10, the entire thing was just, it was doing nothing but changing a single argument to a function.